Hi everyone! Welcome back to my channel. This is Anli Joy TV and thank you so much po sa lahat ng mga bagong subscribers and supporters ko out there. Ayan, at dahil sobrang naging trending nga po ang ating reaction video regarding po sa performance ni Ismael doon sa Wish Bus USA, nandito po ang bagong video at mapapakinggan po natin mismo kay Ismael kung ano nga ba ang talagang interpretation po ng kanyang song na Panalo. So hindi ko na po patatagalin, let's watch this.
When you wrote the song, what was you thinking?
You know, it started all from the idea of my mom. But di mo gamitin yung the cultural music in the Philippines.
Yung old school talaga.
Yung old school
right?
talaga. First thing she wanted me to do was tinikling, which is also like a cultural dance from, like, you know, from way back, but something that was close to my heart is Cariñosa. You know?
There you go.
Cariñosa yung naging paborito ko noon eh, kasi naalala ko pero meron pa akong memory na parang pinuri ako ng teacher ko na.
Right? So what we're gonna do today in this channel, by the way, I am H-Bomb and you guys know who this is, right?
Easy move.
Yeah! 2200 Olongapo City, by the way, for everybody that didn't know that.
That's the whole city, you feel me? You know, it's just like, I put it up like that, you feel me? It's just, I feel like in a sense of way people might think it's just like a regular old set, like a block, but you know, just no set, bro. That's my whole city, you feel me? It's 2200, 2200, and my, you know, everything about that. It's just like, I feel it in my heart to represent it, put it out there, you know. I'm from the Philippines, grew up there, only been 5 years here in the States, bro, so it's like, everything about that.
And everybody that's like reacting to the song, it's like, everybody's thinking like, oh, he grew up in the States. And so now you like cleared it up. He's been like 5 years. So what people are wondering now though is why do you speak English so well though?
Why do I speak English so well? I grew up listening to like American media. Like that was what my parents fed me. It's like the type of media they would have me consume. It was what I was directed towards, like more so, and it was like what I would gear more on. Sometimes of course, parang yung mga shows na katulad ng Super Ingo sa Pilipinas, parang hindi ko naman maiwasan yun kapag pag yun sumampa na sa TV, ako na rin na parang gumagawa ang sarili ko laruan na yung tatlong kulay na ano ba yun? Red, green, blue, basta, di ba? Lilipad ako! You know?
But this is exciting because because so many people are like talking about this song, like what does this mean? What does that mean?
So,
you know what?
Just to clear things up. You feel me?
Yeah. So he's here. He's gonna clear all of this stuff up, and it's gonna be fun. Start it. Oh. On Wish USA. This intro though.
Wish. Turn up. 107.
Ah!
Tayo ay Pilipino, kahit anong kulay ng balat isa sa puso. So that means we are Filipino, no matter what the color of our skin is, we will take it to heart. Mapatagalog, Bisaya, o Ilocano. Those are the three major languages inside the Philippines, you know. I didn't mean to leave any other dialects or like languages inside the Philippines. I didn't mean to leave anybody out, but that was like the initial thought because, you know, Tagalog, Bisaya, and Ilocano. Three biggest peoples back in the Philippines, so.
Pero yung kanta na to, bro, sobrang makabayan. Kaya everybody's comparing you to like the late Francis Sam. He's a very good friend of mine. Kasi lahat ng mga kanta ni Francis Sam, di ba, talagang binibigay niya yung pagka-makabayan niya. And that's exactly what you're doing, bro. That's why everybody is gonna eat the song up because you are so proud of your soil. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm getting goosebumps right now, and I'm with you every day, bro. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy. Like, when I watch like reactionists, sabi nga nila ba, kinikilabutan ako. It's real, bro. Like, when you hear the chorus, talagang kikilabutan ka. Grabe talaga siya. I mean, kayo, di ba? I mean, like, pag hindi kayo kinikilabutan, manhid na kayo nun.
Tayo ang balay.
Just so it's clear.
Yeah, break it.
Keep running your mouth when you lying and stay on my business. We'll watch you dying. I'm taking my people to ice with crime, but regular living, and that's what I'm trying to prove. Said it just lying in boots. First true Filipino rapper on the news. Enjoy it if you cool. Haters cause news when I put my city on the map. 22 double O. Long was city, no cap. If I'm forgetting the street where my cousin was sitting, we always just listen to rap. Kendrick, I'm an ASAP with some metal and mammy. We turn up with that. Been mundane till the sun came. Now we want fame like a kid in a trap.
Yeah, like just to clear it all. What was the first thing?
So are you a gangster or something?
Not necessarily fully like, you know, jumped into an actual gang, but just I had a homie from back then when I was in Pangasinan, and like, you know, actually like that actual involvement was just me hanging out with them. It was like I was partially living in Urdaneta.
Nice.
And the funny story about that is this homie of mine from back then, I'm not gonna name him, but I was skateboarding, like, you know, in front of my house, and like, you know, to the gates, and so this dude watching me, like, he walked up to the gate watching me, and then all of my other friends at the time, they ran to like the backyard of the house because there was like, and then I was wondering, yo, why y'all all like all that? You left me here skating all alone, and they was like, come here, bro, that guy's a criminal. And I was like, huh? Like I was like, I don't know. I didn't react to it in a way where I was like, a criminal. I mean, he's just watching,
right?
You know, like,
right.
And he was just watching, and he asked a question, like, you know, like in Tagalog, oh, and I approached him like literally sincerely, like just talking to him like a normal person. Oh, I'm just skateboarding, boys, you know. Showed him a trick or two, and he was like, I don't know what I noticed about him, but I think like because it's in a province in the Philippines called Pangasinan, and like I don't know how dude has been living, but I feel like he's been living like, you know, in the gutter and like in an archaic type of life. So I don't know if skateboarding to him was like a first to see, but that's like what I felt like, you know, he was curious about what the hell I was doing, because so I let him in the gate. And I was like, I was showing him something. He tried to roll on it because just like, out of curiosity, and he was like, just really like weirded out with the fact that like, you know, the board was just like, you know, too slippery to handle, and like, you know, and I don't know, that probably struck a curious chord. And after that he would come often, and then here's like the weirdest thing where I feel like I got semi-jumped in, or not even, probably just, I don't know, bro, like, one day, he brought his bag with him and told me like, sumama ko sa akin, meron tayong puntahan, merong skate park sa outskirts ng, he didn't say outskirts, but like, sa labas, like, there's a skate park in the outskirts of the city. There's a skate park in the outskirts of the city, and it's in an abandoned restaurant, and my grandma thought I was crazy to believe this guy. But I was like, bro, like, I don't get out that much, so, like, just me hanging out with him, I don't know, there was, like, a strong sense of, like, I don't know, like, angst I was just hanging out from him, and also just the fact that I felt like he was genuinely happy trying this skateboarding thing that he was never aware of, so I was, like, just approaching him as, like a homie, you feel me? And I felt that from him that he was getting this treatment that he wouldn't get from anywhere. I don't know, I don't put that like that. So yeah, we went to the skate park, and when we got on the jeepney, like the main jeepney things, that's the main transportation for the Philippines. Yeah. So I got on the jeepney with him to the skate park, and he wore this blue rag all the time whenever he's like, you know, trying to get out somewhere. And then we got to the place, and we just like about 50 motherfuckers that are like kind of like the same vibe as him, and like everybody's like telling him, what's up, bro? Some of them were skaters, and I literally taught him how to shove it inside of the fucking like abandoned restaurant skate park. And
that's a funny story, man. That's crazy. But the way you represent like where you from, it's like your roots. It's like you have never forgotten. Like, bro, I think like every song that I hear, you always throw up the 2200, and like everybody's like wondering, like, is that a set? And so now he's clearing it up. You know what I mean?
It ain't no like regular block or set that anybody would just throw up because of like no turf or nothing. It's like, it may be derived in terms of influence towards that, because I feel like a sense of the way that that came about is they need to put that up to like state the claim. If you're coming across like a lot of people who are like, you know, your enemy, like the enemy hood, you gotta still stand on 10 toes, being like, you know, I rep this shit.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
like, but for me, like, I derive that in terms of influence, not no culture vulture shit, but like derive in terms of influence from that and use it in a way that's positive, not deriving like negativity out of it. Like I made these signs like symbolizing 2200. Like that's my entire city, so I'm putting up for my entire city. You feel me?
Man, Olongapo, be proud. And also you brought up like Kendrick and then ASAP and ASAP. So I'm assuming that's like your main. I mean, like you guys can't deny anyways this dude right here, but he spits, bro. I mean, like everybody's saying it. I mean, I'll be like the first one to say, man, he's got songs, bro, that like you sound exactly like M, bro, and you got songs that you sound exactly like Kendrick. You know what I mean? So.
I'm claiming my way like a case of walking water crops for surviving.
Just alright. A lot of people do not get this. A lot of people hindi nila naiintindihan tong part na to. Kaya ang gagawin natin, papa-explain natin sa kanya ngayon. Go, bro. Ano ibig sabihin nun?
Let's skip the Spain pain part.
Yeah,
that's already like
that.
a given. But I'm claiming my reign like a king so I can water crops for surviving. And then if you hear in the background, if you actually listen to the real record, it says the ad-libs go like rain, rain. That's like the background ad-lib at that part. Rain, rain. And then my verse says, go away if you tripping. Rain, rain, go away. So, but also I'm trying to like, there's a counterpart happening in terms of calling the rain to go away.
Yeah.
And also having,
I'm
I'm claiming my reign like a king so I can water crops for surviving. It's just like in terms of like a survival line. I'm claiming my reign like a king, but rain,
you know, double entendre. Because a lot of people, they just skip over that and they don't really understand it, you know what I mean? So a lot of people are like, when they react
I'm
to
spoon feeding, yo.
yeah, you guys are spoiled right now. You know what I mean? So that's what that is.
Yeah.
Now we gotta go. Wait. So you also said like right there, right? When they claim that they listen. So all right, here we go. Because for me, it's like you're saying like a lot of people like I listen to the song or whatever. But what do you actually mean? Like people are pretending that they listened to it when they really didn't. What did you mean when you said it?
Of course, that's just like a generalization of some people who derive it from non-listeners who just go off of like plain critique right away. But of course, it goes to show that I don't necessarily like, I don't let it affect me, but it's just something to address people who are quick on a whim to critique right away instead of like, oh, did you actually
listen? Mas parang yung ano, di ba? Pag hindi pa nila nakikinig, parang mga haters ba?
Yeah.
Di ba? Hindi pa nila naririnig yung kanta, hindi pa nila napapanood yung videos, anong ginagawa? Dislike. So, yun ang ano, to natin. Alright. If you guys didn't understand that, I don't even know what to tell you. He's just like, you know what I mean, reminding his people to shout. You know what I'm saying? Bro, 3 stars in the sun, syempre, di ba? Yung sa sobrang makabayan mo, bro, talagang it came out in a song. And they don't understand like how much you love your country. Not a lot of people are like that. He's trending worldwide right now. It's not just trending sa Philippines lang, di ba? So, pero every song, I'm telling you, every song, if you're carrying your country, you're carrying 2200, everybody should be proud, just like everybody is proud. You know what I mean? I talk the whole talk, bro.
No problem. You go ahead, man. You know,
but
you feel
this chorus is coming up, and you know we're about to bounce.
Walang tatalo sa bagsik ng ating dugo means nobody can beat the ferocity of our bloodline.
Totoo yan. Katapangan talaga.
Hey, if you seen that video, 5 Filipinos versus 20 Mexicans, yeah. DDS? Are you kidding me? I discuss problems. That's just to be like on a positive note. Sometimes we don't have to always discuss problems, bro. Wag nang pag-usapan ng mga negatibo. That means let's not discuss the problems.
Exactly.
Just for a time being. Let's have a good time right now in this song. But of course I'm gonna talk about problems. The fuck? Yes, my ass, bro.
And here it comes.
Kung inakala mong isang lingwahe lang kaya gamitin ni easy may laka mapapalago ganyan ka mag-isip kay batala kasi sige utang nagaling sa loob na lumutang hinain sa turon na may pusang sinain sa
Ang daming nagsasabi hindi nila naiintindihan, di ba? Kasi ako, nung tumira ako sa Pilipinas, 90s pa yon. So, alam na alam ko yung sinasabi mo na sinaing na pusa. Kasi yung mga news ko na hindi nakakaintindi kung anong ibig niyang sabihin. Sabihin ko lang sa inyo, hindi niya na kailangan sabihin. Pag nagpunta ka ng probinsya sa Pilipinas, alam mo ba kung anong inuulam ng mga tao doon? Naghahanap sila ng mga pusa. Yung mga pusa, aso, yun ang kinakain nila. So yung mga hindi nakakain, tama ba ako? Is that what that is?
Tama ako, tol. So, that's why like I took that line. Kasi doon din, sa probinsya ko, sa Pangasinan, sa Ordaneta, doon ako tumitira sa lola ko. I know the part of people, like I witnessed one of these cats that I really adored. It was a stray cat, but it would come to our house.
Right.
And like, I literally witnessed like right in front of my eyes, like I was looking out the window at nighttime. Meron isang lalaki, karga-karga niya yung pusa. Patay na. Like literally.
Oh, by the way, no. We have to actually translate this Tagalog version for everybody that's watching that doesn't understand Tagalog. So, like your first, like kung inakala mo.
Kung inakala mo isang lingwahe lang kayang gamitin ni Easy Meal. If you thought that Easy Meal can only use one language, kay Bathala ka sisingil, you're gonna pay a debt to Bathala. Bathala means God. So that's like the direct translation of that.
Right.
And utang na galing sa loob na lumutang. This whole scheme is like, I was like derailing myself in terms of like a very solidified topic. It was just me going on a tangent where every single line literally rhymes.
It's called multisyllabic rhyming.
Yeah, multisyllabic rhyming. I didn't address anything too specific, but like utang na galing sa loob. Utang na loob means just because like kay Bathala ka sisingil. So kapag meron kang sisingilin, parang 'di ba may utang na loob na merong involved. So I just derived it from that and went bullshit route, but with rhymes. That's like literally it, bro.
Like just straight
I just had fun with it. You know what I mean? Utang na galing sa loob na lumutang hinain sa turon na may pusang sinain sa. Actually, I was gonna go for that line. Utang na galing sa loob. It means like
pretend somebody did something for you, and like so you owe that person. Right? I think that's. Yeah, I think
nagaling sa loob na lumutang. Lumutang means it floated.
Yeah.
So, because from inside it like floated, and then you just put it on.
Yeah. So it's just like a straight up scheme, like
a straight up bullshit scheme with rhymes.
Having fun. I mean,
fun lines. You feel me?
Yeah.
I mean, I also love the fact that I included that there. The fact that people made memes about it. Like, you know,
they did though.
Like having that factor in terms of like it blowing up, like, and also the meme spectrum of it. Like people have something to drag towards in the meme world, and I love it. I love memes.
So the pusa line, pusa in English means cat. So what he's trying to say is like somebody was cooking a cat, because in the Philippines, if you live in the Philippines, in the back provinces, people eat dogs, people eat cats, and it's natural. You know, it's natural. Just you know, that's exactly what he's saying. And for people like they're so confused. They're like, what does that mean? What does that mean, bro? What do you mean? You never heard anybody eating a cat? You ever heard of shopao? Anyways, we go. Okay, I also saw a comment. You're like, bro, did he make a mistake? Why did he stop? Tell him why he stopped.
Oh, that's actually a censored part because of Wish. So, uray no nga ibagak kinyayo, ti ukinayo. Even though I told y'all, screw y'all, or if we're not being censored in this channel, like, even though I told y'all, fuck y'all, like, that's what that means. Uray no nga ibagak kinyayo, ti ukinayo. Dito yak lang nga gur uray no sinutay dayo. I'll be right here waiting on any of y'all to pull up. Like, that's just that, you know.
Yeah.
Even though I told y'all fuck y'all, I'll be right here waiting for y'all to pull up. So uray no nga ibaga kanya iti o kinayo, dito yak lang uray no sinote agdayo. Tapno sang itam ak inti wagas mo nga payo. Like, so even though like you're telling me all that, you're like giving me dumbass advice, you're like crying to me like, oh, you shouldn't, like, sounds like,
so it's just like straight up talking shit.
Yeah, it's just straight up
in
talking
Ilocano. In Ilocano. That's pretty, bro. I mean, when you say like straight up, I mean talagang straight up.
Straight up,
Here
like,
we go.
But yeah. So that part, uray no nga imbaga kanya iti o kanayo dito yak lang uray no sinote ang tapno sang itam akin ti wagas mo nga payo. Tapno sang itam akin ti wagas mo nga payo. Nga takay kayatom nga patayon kaken atoy bayo. Nga takay kayatom. It's like you, like after all that shit that I said, you know, I think you want a death wish, bro. I think you're asking for a death wish. So that's like those are the lines in Ilocano.
So, these next lines right here. So I'm gonna have to guess. Like the first one that you said is in Ilocano, and then English and Tagalog, right? Same meaning.
Same meaning on every single line. So like right here. All of those lines mean the same thing.
So
Si kayo nga amin, lahat kayo, all of you. It all means the phrase all of you.
Kind of discriminate in my own home country. Some say like,
you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Man. That's not discriminating, bro. Yes, it is. If you was living here and saying, when you talk about like white people or Mexicans or Chinese or
anything
or
or
black
sort.
people, if you say anything like that, your ass is going to jail here, bro. You know, that's the same thing sa Pilipinas na pag sinabi mo, ay puti-puti mo, hindi ka naman Pilipino eh, di ba? Utokso ka ng mga tao. So it is discriminating.
I think that it's just different aspects of how people view it, you know. At first, mostly everyone back home that kayo manggi yung balat, di ba? Kaya parang pinipicture nila kasi syempre yun yung parang pinoportray sa media. O
Right.
kailangan para maganda ka, maputik ka. Ganun. And you know, in terms of how they're thinking of the way, like that's what they've been fed in terms of like how they see that. So if they might say that if you're called Tisoy, you're lucky. And then, but it's different in my perspective because of me growing up as this, you know, thing that they call Tisoy. In terms of like not being a general Tisoy Pinoy, I look like a Caucasian person. In terms of like how that derived, what I experienced from when I was a kid was kids didn't talk to me. Just because of the fact that they think that, you know, they're gonna have to speak English.
Yeah.
And most of the fact is that, you know, in the Philippines, people, madalas yung mga tao, they're shy to speak English. And then also with the fact that I didn't get to fit in like right away as quick as like, you know, all the other kids, which me saying that line is like it's extensive. It's like it's exaggerated to a point because I'm exaggerating this bad feeling I had when I was a kid, which of course I'm supposed to be growing up to understand. I'm grown up enough to understand that it was just what it was back then, but you're gonna get accepted no matter what. But you know, that's just like, you know, I'm just speaking on facts of what I felt from before, and I just put that right there. Different perspectives come clashing along from people who want to debate about it, but I just said what I felt, and you know, I'm glad some people related to it, and I'm also glad some people are willing to debate it. You know, it's just I'm cool with whatever y'all think.
And the way you said it too, I ain't Tisoy, and then the way that you said like Pinoy. Bro, that had so much feelings, like, you could feel it.
Because that line actually has some truth to it with me. I was with my mom, she was performing like on stage, and some of her like instrumentalist friends was like talking to me in English. And I said that out loud to the guy, like, so he was talking to me in English. And I remember my mom was telling that story to me. She said that I said when I was a kid, ano ka ba? Pinoy ako, nagtatagalog ako.
By the way, if you guys didn't know, by the way, his mom and his dad are both amazing singers. Hazel and Paul Sapiera, he used to be the lead singer, guitarist, rock star, which a lot of people know. But you know, and he picked up all of that stuff: singing, rapping, metal, playing guitars. But I mean, you guys haven't seen like a quarter of this man. I promise you, hindi nyo pa nakikita yung quarter ng talent na ibibigay niya sa inyo. You guys gotta follow him. Wait, okay. Wait.
Alright.
Everybody's talking about this line. It's like a big debate.
That also, man.
So, explain it to them why you said it.
So, first and foremost, what I said. The first English lines, you know, it was pretty straight up, you know. The same way again to make it to the top of the show. They say is it, and then it goes straight up to Tagalog, right?
Which is beautiful.
And I swear that nobody will ever look at me the same way again to make it to the top of the show. And they say is nanalo na ako numulapin na pinikuta sila pa sa maktan at lahat na saktan na malamin na napintay ka na bayani sa pag-aad. So that whole why I chose the term pinugutan si lapu-lapu sa maktan is like, because in terms of a writing pattern, I always go through this, like, you know, dilemma or doubt in my head in terms of when it comes to closing out a song.
Yeah.
Am I gonna close it out with absolute truth, or am I gonna make people
talk about it?
Yeah.
You know.
So that's like in terms of me weighing the options.
Woo-hoo-hoo! I get what you're saying. So you really actually said that so people would talk about it.
Yeah. You know, the history about Lapu-Lapu and Magellan, you know, from the history of the Philippines is just like Lapu-Lapu was able to, in the process of that, of course, he died. That was way back then.
Right.
But me just using the term pinugutan means to be beheaded.
Mm-hmm.
He was never beheaded. That's like just me putting an exaggerated term in a ploy to, you know, drive traffic and talk. It's like inaccurate, but he still died.
He still died.
He's dead right now, so it's like it's not overall factual in a way, but still, like, the thing that's factual about that is whenever he did die from back then, like, people were still saddened. The original Filipinos were still saddened. So that's like just a way of me twisting how things were. And I'm sorry to anybody who was like offended with the fact of me being like, you know, putting inaccurate sources about like our history as Filipinos, but you know, that's why the song is what it is right now. And just me being like, you know, thoughtful. Okay, I was like writing this shit. Okay, I gotta close out the song.
And that's important. Closing out the song is important.
So the way I derived that got people talking.
Yeah.
It got people agreeing to it. I got people disagreeing to it. I got people in the in-betweens. I had to check that all out. I had to make sure, boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So the way it is right now, people are talking, man. So I have to be smart with it. So
I mean, you just put some color in like what the truth was.
Yeah.
And you just colored it up. You know, like make it pretty.
Yeah.
You know, why not? And plus, it's the ending of a.
Make it pretty, but in a brutal way, because like, you know, he was never really beheaded.
No, he was not.
He was not beheaded. But saying that, it sounds.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Now, Filipino, despite any turmoil, I'm proud of my soil.
Di ba kayo nagkikigil? Man, my whole body's gonna hurt from doing all this. Ang galing, no?
Right.
Ang galing kasi nung ano, di ba? Yung galit. Did you practice your face reactions? Like, ano mo ginawa yan?
Yeah, you know, but I don't know what it. I don't know.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. Or is it emotions coming out of you?
I do it in a way where I feel like conveying a certain word or a certain way it's supposed to be like felt, and like how your eyes are looking towards the camera, how your mouth is moving, how your head is placed in terms of like the attitude you're trying to convey. It's like directing.
Yeah.
So like
directing, acting, and
like directing, acting, all of that aspect that goes into it.